Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 20 of the August Daily Draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an Oracle card from the Scenes of the Witch Lammas Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning. Time keeps moving on. We're moving forward into the year. It's day 20 of August. Only 11 more days left. And then we're into September and we're approaching autumn. Time moves on. And the world changes as we change the seasons. And we're moving on our journey. We're moving forward. Sometimes we don't always perceive the turning of our wheel because it turns slow. It seems to turn slow. That it almost seems to be standing still, but it's not. And all of a sudden, we realize that our wheel has turned, and it's turned considerably, and we didn't notice until just now, and we think, wow, that seemed to happen quick. It didn't, but it happened in very gradual increments that we hardly noticed. But when we got to a certain stage, we noticed the distance we had moved around the wheel. And then we sort of look back and think, we were astounded at how far it's turned and how far we've moved forward and changed in our journey. So, what is this card saying to us today? I love how he's leaning against a tree. He's up there and got the owl there. You've got all these different symbols and the flower in the middle. And as things move and change with our journey, that's where the growth comes in. That's where the movement forward comes in. And there are different times. There are times when we move, we have to be in step with what's happening at where we're at on our journey. We need to be in tune with that. There'll be times when we can lean in thought. He looks as if he's pondering, or is he? I mean, it looks a bit like Pan or whatever. Is he playing his flute in time, getting the timing of the melody, or is he just thinking? There's a guy. I hear that he's looking for something. He's a little bit more. He's sat down, but he's looking. So we're at different stages, different phases, and there'll be times of reflection, there'll be times of searching, of looking, and there'll be times of just moving forward with what's happened, with as situations progress. And nothing stands still. Even if it seems as if we're standing still, it's not. We are moving forward. We may not perceive it, at least initially. I think that's the message. I think that's the message of this card today. That things are moving forward, even if we don't perceive it. The wheel is turning. As I said, I think it's that message I said right at the beginning. I think that's what the main thrust of today's reading is. It's, yes, that things change. Yes, there are different phases. There's time for reflection, time for action, time for looking for something, learning something. There's time for action. There's a time for all kinds of different things. But I think the key thing as well is the fact that whatever's happening, things are turning and moving, the wheels are moving, the mechanism's moving. But it may be so slow that we don't perceive it until it's moved round sufficiently for us to notice the difference, and then we realize that it's been turning all the while, and that we have got to a certain point. And sometimes we don't always, when until we look back and reflect in hindsight, we don't always realize how we got to where we got to. And sometimes that's okay. That's that's the surprise along the journey. All of a sudden we realize we got somewhere and we didn't notice we were getting there until we got there. And it comes as a surprise, hopefully a pleasant one. But whatever our circumstances, they're never static, or at least not for too long. It keeps moving, because that's how the energy keeps moving. Anything that stood for too long becomes stagnant, and that's not good. So that's why it's that continual motion, even if it's at a slow pace. So let's keep moving with the wheel, and it doesn't matter. Let's keep doing what we're doing, and we'll find out that we've been moving forward even when we've not actually realized how much. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Bakery. Take your time again, to diligently practice and refine your craft. Success will follow as you savor each little victory along the way. So it's enjoying each turn of the wheel, no matter how small, each little victory along the way. Because all those little victories will add up to that ultimate success. There's a process of making bread. It doesn't go, quickly from the dough to the finished product. There's a process of making the dough, of kneading the dough, of all the different processes of anyone in this baked bread. It there's a process, and it takes time, but there's little stages along the way, and that's what this is about. The little victories along the way all add up, and we may not notice how they're adding up until they accumulate to a certain point, and then we realize where they've led us to, little stepping stones to get across the river to the place we need to be. And that, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 21. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.